Hello, everybody. Um, we're here in another. Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I'm really in some terrible mood. But we're gonna make another one of these, and I'm gonna try to change it up because I enjoy doing these, and I really need some of the things that I enjoy in life right now because this isn't bad. I'm not doing anything wrong, and I do enjoy doing these. So. Welcome. Uh, as normal, I'm your host, TedTokez, and this is World of Tanks Xbox Edition. And you know what? I don't even know why I just said normal because I'm probably one of the furthest things from normal. And normal, abnormal, it really doesn't even matter at this point if you ask me. Uh, it is what it is, you know. So I hope you're enjoying it. I hope I can make something for you to enjoy even more than you already enjoy everything else that is. Because as much troubles as I have, as much troubles as I'm probably gaining, I never wanted to add trouble. And, we have enough trouble to deal with, especially in these times. So let's try to enjoy ourselves, you know? I'm already feeling better getting to do this and not just sitting here in my head editing without doing these. I haven't got the video game in a while, so that's why you guys haven't seen me on World of Tanks lately, if any of you have ever been looking. My Xbox broke, and I just haven't had the opportunity to get me a new one yet. Mostly because there's just a lot more important things that I gotta worry about, like necessities. Um, and life is life and pretty much life is life right now. So that was a pretty cool missile I dodged, though. You guys see me, I rotated that light tank, and now I got him chasing me around. Hopefully the team's gonna help me. But as always, man, usually I'm out here on my own, and I'm just blessed enough to have some people working for themselves enough that maybe it helps me, because we're on the same side regardless if you guys want to be a teammate or not. Now, I usually push further than the rest of the team to begin with, so who knows what I would have did, but this light tank was up here, so I'm going to try to help out that light tank. He's got a lot of enemies there that he's like face to face with, and he's holding his ground, which tells me he's either not retreating or he's pinned down. So we're going to break into their front lines like that and try to cause some confusion and disruption. And then hopefully our team that's all the way back there in the 2 and 3 lines, or even the 1 line, will move across to the other side of the map, the enemy side of the map, maybe to help their team out. Because as you can see, without their help, all it took was that little group of enemies, or whatever size of enemies, to track my armadillo, and then that run was done. I was stuck. I wasn't getting away. Every single tank there was just going to get a free shot on my light tank. And then that other light tank wasn't going to live much more. The rest of the team is just now getting there long after I died. And it's not even majority of the enemy team. You got all these people up here in the middle of the map, probably even rotating the northeast corner of the map. And we're just going to lose our base. Why? Because the team that thought they were going to help wasn't even helping themselves. They were probably trying to get help. And that's just the simple truth of it, because here's the actuality. If they were trying to help themselves, they wouldn't need to run or retreat from the positions they chose to help. Okay? All them teammates that were I guess protecting the base or backing up their teammates, look what happened. The only good thing we got going for us is the fact that the match is still 8 teammates versus 3 enemies. And the simplicity of it is it's kind of by default, because if you can, remember, most of the enemies that we got rid of, they were out of two groups. It was that group in the center of the map and that group at the bottom of the map. Okay, that's pretty much where the guys in the most north, and they might not even have went up that northeast corner, because if you know, everybody died in the south of the map. The tanks that they got in the middle of the map was because them two light tanks, or whoever they were, went from the enemy base where they chose not to cap. They went straight towards the enemies, and them people that were all along the 3 line or the H line, no, the south section where they didn't help the others advance, they're still just sitting there over there on that cliff trying to get free points at them tanks that, are tucked behind the buildings of that middle city. So like I was saying, by default they won. Yeah, it cost me my life and their eventual efforts, but if I left, then they would have just picked somebody else to bully, like that other light tank. That's the game, I didn't succeed at my route, and sometimes that's the way it goes. I actually never had, I wasn't forced to push into the enemy lines and then get tracked, and then inevitably have the team actually go after the enemies or try to take on the challenge. I could have sat back, risking that light tank that was holding them in position for all our tanks, and you saw how easy it was, even without, at a certain point, them unable to just smash into my tank because it's, their choice of attack. Our team showed up and pretty much just, didn't even have a problem beating them, but because they're afraid to actually play the game, you'll lose teammate after teammate to just complete absurdities. One example being whoever the fuck is in that light tank that's been hiding next to the destroyer all game. Then you got people like, and I'm not saying, because look, they obviously did approach the enemies to some extent, okay? They're close enough to consider themselves frontline, even if they are Overwatch on the front line and not just Overwatch. They're still not actually going after the enemies together, and that's why so many times you will lose teammate after teammate for no good reason. And at this point, I just want to make you guys aware, because I'm starting to push up. I was kind of doing it. However, it's not, you guys watch me play, okay? I don't sit behind a single teammate. I don't care what tank I'm in. I don't care if I should be. That's not what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be a part of the team. And not just a part of the team, but I'm going to be a part of the team that's actually getting things done. Even if I'm just a part of the team not getting anything done, but I'm there helping them get stuff done, that's okay with me. Sometimes I'm in that situation. However, as I already knew what was likely to happen if that whole team that was in C4 ended up pushing more towards the one-line center of the city complex, they're just going to rotate us, and then we're surrounded in the center of the city while these jackasses are in the field picking fucking dandelions and sniffing roses while throwing their thorns at us. And now our whole team of 15 gave another 15 enemies a free win. Believe it or not. I really don't care how people want to perceive it, because you can't tell me that a 6 versus 10 is going to go in our favor. To add insult to injury, they have more heavies than we even have tanks. And then, on top of the insults and injuries, now we can throw salt in the wound with the fact that they have more heavies than destroyers on the enemy team. And guess what? Here's the salt. They have just as many destroyers as we even have tanks left on our team, because we're so fucking supportive. And I apologize for my profanity, because, that's not very professional. But I'm not a professional. I can just keep up and hang with the professionals. And like I said, I apologize, because I don't want to use profanity, but I did want to add more emotion to these videos, because I was watching my videos, and I was just really robotically making these videos for you. And I realized I lost that spark of attitude that I had when I was actually playing, because it mattered to me so much more. And that's how you know that it's not important to them. They don't care about us doing good. They don't care about the team winning. They just want to be better than the team. And people saw me play. I would never sit behind you guys to get my points. If I sat behind you guys, I was purposely doing nothing. On purpose because I was in some sort of funk that day. But regardless of that, because that's no excuse for not helping. And you know what? Maybe I should take accountability myself because people want to act like I'm blaming other players when I played the game, but I wasn't. We were all at fault. But like I said, I can take some accountability for myself because for years I put blood, sweat, and tears into this game. I didn't play it the best that I could for many reasons. Sometimes I didn't want to show the enemies or the other players that wanted to treat me as a competition. I didn't like that they were teaming up against me, even while on my own team, just to try and do better than me when we're on the same team. And after years, eventually, I just quit being nice about it. Mostly because I was never asking the teammates to do anything that they weren't supposed to already do. No matter. Either way, even if they didn't want to do anything for me. And at most times, any time that they could have did anything for me was because of something that I was doing to help them help me. And they would choose to still only help themselves. But that's why I always say, man, at least by the end of it, my points are my points. My points aren't points that someone else got me or points that I was able to hang on to because of other people's hard work or even because of risks that they weren't taking but somebody else was taking for them. But I'm getting sidetracked. I don't want to get too carried away with the negative thoughts or even the evils that make good lesser. Check out my next video. I hope I'm alive long enough to make it. Yins, take care. I love you all. Don't forget that because sometimes I'm not good at showing it, but I do. And I want you to understand, we could be better. And with or without your help, I will get better.